Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sony Philippines A7S III 3-part hands-on review series. My name is Nico Valenzuela, product expert for Sony Philippines, and I will be your host for today. In the next 3 weeks, we will feature 3 industry experts in the field of filmmaking and commercial videography to share their experiences with the new A7S III. We hope you will gain valuable insight on how the latest Alpha camera can bring your video creation to the next level. There will also be a Q&A discussion at the end of the session with our featured industry expert. Now, to start off the series, let us welcome Mr. Wada Hideyuki, Sony Philippines Marketing Director.
Good day, everyone. Many of you have been asking about the arrival of the most anticipated A7S Mark III in the Philippines. Today, I'm honored to officially kick off this 3-parts hands-on series with the key industry experts from commercial film and wedding videography. These industry experts will each provide the unique experience with the new A7S Mark III. As you all know, the A7S Mark III is simply unmatched in today's market. It's not just an improvement of the famed A7S Mark II, but a whole new camera that combines the supreme image performance of the legendary S series of sensitivity and dynamic range with improved user experience, valuable to videographers and creators like you. From individual filmmakers to production houses, the A7S Mark III is designed to make your workflow flexible and efficient by providing exceptional video outputs. Sit back and enjoy and witness how the A7S Mark III will open a new world of possibilities for you. Your insights are very much welcome in the comment section. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that warm message, Mr. Wada. Again, to those who just tuned in, welcome to Sony Philippines A7S III 3-part hands-on review series. To give us a preview on what we should anticipate today, let us welcome Sony Philippines Digital Imaging Section Head, Mr. JV Ruanto.
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Finally, after 5 years of great anticipation, we now have the A7S Mark III. The new Alpha camera offers breakthrough capabilities that includes 4K 120p recording at 10-bit and 422 color sampling. The A7S Mark III also offers a new autofocus system, a new interface, and a side flip LCD screen, all in the new heat management structure. Wada-san is correct that this is simply unmatched in today's market. The A7S Mark III aims to solve the pain points of today's video professionals and hybrid video and stills creators. Now, a lot of you are asking how the new A7S Mark III could fit into your workflow. I invite you all to watch how this new camera meets today's market demands for videography.
Alpha.
Thank you, JV. Now I know you're just as excited as I am to get your hands on the new A7S III. To share his test drive experience, let us welcome advertising photographer, commercial producer, and Sony Philippines product expert, Mr. Nigel Laksamana.
Hey Nico, it's wonderful to see you. Hi everyone, I'm Nigel Ian Laksamana. I'm lucky to have been working with Sony since 2012 and I'm happy to see firsthand how the company's imaging technology evolved. Over the years, I love how Sony pushes the industry forward by introducing new features and amazing AI science through its products. To be honest, no one expected this to happen on such a small body 10 years ago. Now, when the A7S Mark II was launched in 2015, it blew everyone's mind. This game-changing camera has allowed filmmakers to see what the human eye can't normally see in the dark. It has become a workhorse since then, well, even up to now. Fast forward to 2020, after a long wait, here we are with the A7S Mark III. This is not just the best Sony mirrorless video camera I've used, but the best mirrorless camera that I've shot video on. This is an incredibly reliable camera, great color and gamut science, strong codec in a beautifully improved body and menu system. Now, I stepped out from my advertising work for a while to shoot this camera and to test this camera on the real world. I went out in Batang Sasmuan, here in Pampanga, to shoot some fishermen. Batang is one of Pampanga's farthest barrios. You can only reach it by a 45-minute boat ride. It's an estuary, meaning it's a small island situated where the seawater is diluted by fresh water. Fisheries is the main source of livelihood here, and the weather is, of course, unpredictable. On the first video, showed a while ago, I followed a young fisherman as he went out to get some prawns. It was shot at 11 a.m. Now, the first challenge that we encountered from this situation is heat. It was really hot. Cameras will normally surrender to this as they may overheat. With the S3, I had no problems. The camera warmed up, yes, but it didn't turn off. No heat warnings as well. The next challenge that we had aside from heat is the day's brightness. You won't see the frame well on the LCD screen, but the S3's viewfinder is just fantastic. It will give you the exact view you see on your screen. What I love the most about this is it can do internal gamma display assist, meaning if you shoot in S-Log or HLG, you can preview how your footage will look like when you convert it to Rec 709 or the HLG color space. I know that a lot of you wants to shoot S-Log but encounter some problems on exposure, so this gamma display assist is big help. Now, speaking of color space, the A7S Mark III's bitrate and color sampling impressed me. 422 at 10-bit and 600 Mbps. Wow! The footages are stunning. It's like shooting with the high-end Sony FX9. The dynamic range is very impressive. The Alpha 7S Mark III's test won't be complete without low light. So on this next video, we followed another fisherman for a night catch. I was expecting, of course, a low light situation, but I was shocked to see almost no light at all. It's just the headlights, then the black water. The moon's luminance is only about 14%, so it was pretty much dark. So I shot this next feature at ISOs 51,200 and 80,000. It's funny because the S3 has sort of become our night vision camera to see the buoy markings of the fishermen. That's how incredible this camera is. So please, watch this short feature.
Thank you for sharing your insight, Nigel. I'm sure your test drive experience has triggered the curiosity of our audience today. Now let's see what questions we've got from our dear community.
I hope our audience too is as curiously excited as I am. Okay, on to your questions. First question, why is the A7S III's resolution still low at 12 megapixels? Okay, more megapixels leads to smaller photo size, which means less light and more noise. Now the typical 4K resolution is 3840 by 2160 pixels. So if you do the math, you'll see that you only need about 8 megapixels to get a true 4K resolution. Second question. The older A7S models are brilliant low light performers. How does the A7S III compare? On the second demo feature, that video was shot on ISOs 51,000 and 80,000. Just imagine that. You'll expect noise, of course, but it's very workable because of the camera's bitrate and color sampling. So when we shot that night catch with that fisherman, the only light that we have are two headlamps, just those, and the black water. So when not shooting, the A7S III serve as our night vision goggles, sort of. So if the A7S III can perform well at ISO 80,000, 16,000 ISO feels like shooting at ISO 1600. Question 3. What are the AF features of the A7S III and how much control do I get? The autofocus technology of the Alpha 7S III is outstanding. It has 5 levels of tracking sensitivity and the great AF subject shift sensitivity, where you can set the sensitivity with which the focus switches to another subject when that subject goes out of focus. It feels like you have a focus puller. You want to know something? The night video that was shown a while ago was shot with the autofocus turned on. So even at ISO 80,000, the camera performed really well.
Be one of the first to own the Alpha 7S Mark III. Click the link or scan the QR code to avail of the pre-order special. Get as much as 30,000 worth of premium items when you avail this promo until October 18. This is the first video of the 3-part hands-on review series on the Alpha 7S Mark III. Watch out for other industry experts in the coming weeks.
And that wraps up our first hands-on review of the new Alpha 7S III. Watch out next week as we unveil more test drive experiences from more industry experts. Stay tuned, stay safe, and thank you for being with us today.
Alpha.